7 inmates have escaped from the Medium Security Custodial Centre in Ilesa, Osun State, after the facility old perimeter wall collapsed. Nigerian Correctional Service has launched an expansive manhunt following the rainfall that breached the security of its facility at the Medium Security Custodial Centre, Ilesa, Osun State. Their escape followed an overnight rainfall on Tuesday, with the breach occurring around 2 a.m. and was caused by the structural failure of the wall during the storm. NCOS spokesman Umar Abubakar disclosed this in a statement, saying authorities have since launched a manhunt to locate and return the escapees to custody. The Controller General of Corrections, Sylvester Ndidi Kuche, has ordered an immediate investigation into the incident. NCOS also called on members of the public to assist with any information that could aid in recapturing the fugitives. There's the 5 million naira bounty that's been placed on each of them. To be, I think there are 7 of them. But now the case study is the Rainstorm destroying these prison walls. We know the prison walls are supposed to be, what's the word?
Concrete,
thick.
Concrete.
Yes, that there won't be any possibility, and oftentimes they have higher walls.
Yeah.
That yes, it's difficult to escape or rainstorm to destroy them. But in this case, I really do not know how to put this. But what do you make of this?
Well, it's unfortunate. Now they have pronounced bounty of 5 million each on each of them, 7 of them, which the money that's supposed to be used to keep the facility in order. Now that's one thing in this country. I'm a Nigerian, and the way we behave tells you that we are not even careful of taking care of human lives. For instance, a prison like now they have changed the name, Correctional Center, should be for a place where my character should be reformed. But when you look at, I do investigation sometimes, going to places to monitor what is happening. I was told by some people that it is better you go to prison in America than to go to prison in Nigeria, because there is like you are living in your comfort zone, considering what is happening in this country. So I feel that it's unfortunate that we will not say Rainstorm, and these prisoners are looking for a way to escape, because from what we have gathered, if you go in there, I'm doing something now. If you go in there, the level of life they live there is not fit for any human being to live. Even though when the authority will tell you, oh, everything is put in place for them. It's not true. The kind of treatment given to these people, whether they are waiting trial, whether they are being sentenced, whether life imprisonment, the kind of comfort is unbearable. So anybody who sees a way to escape will escape.
Okay, aside that,
what I'm trying to put there, it is the failure of government, the authority of Custodial Centre, not putting effort on ground to at least rehabilitate the wall. They knew that the wall was bad, because if it's like a cave, the ground caved in. If sometimes you see foundation being washed away, and nothing is being done to cover the foundation. So what happens if a heavy storm happens? It can collapse. And the moment, like we said, 2 a.m. is a time for anybody to escape when there is a kind of porous border or wall. Everybody will escape. And now you want to spend money that a lot of use to keep that place in order. So for me, I also feel that there should be proper monitoring of the facilities being used or that are used to correct human life in Nigeria. Not just allowing that place to go down and to decay, and before you know, just maybe rain falling will now collapse the wall. It's not a good thing.
You made mention of if the facilities were in check, if they weren't in check, why wouldn't someone want to escape from? Why wouldn't these inmates not want to escape from prison? You know that even the America that you made mention of, the environment, the atmosphere is always conducive and all of that, the prisoners still want to escape.
Yes,
because no one wants
freedom.
to be confined in a space for too long.
Yeah.
Yes, freedom. Yes, it's something that you would not want to deprive yourself or someone in that situation. But I just wanted to, put that there.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree with you. See, freedom is sweet. Even if you don't have money, freedom is good. Money does not give the happiness you want on it, or the joy you have on it. It's your freedom. You can access anything, whether you have money or not. But when you are caged, for instance, I'm in this studio now. If there's a kind of what you call blanket, maybe there's a kind of a social movement that Frank shouldn't come out of this place now. This place, no matter the AC here, I will not be comfortable with this place because my freedom has been denied. I cannot access to every human being, even animals want freedom. Animals want to move around. The moment you caged somebody, that person will, if he sees any leeway, any opportunity to escape, he will escape. But what I'm going to say that, so far these people are serving prison terms, or they are there because of their criminal acts. You want to correct them, you want to at least change their orientation for a better tomorrow. You need to put those places in order. You need also look at the walls. Even see, I don't want, Nigeria is a developing nation, and we need to put whatever facilities that we think will make Frank to change should be put in place. If you are giving me 3 languages that was reported 2-3 years ago in Calabar prison, the issue of feeding, that is not only in Calabar. So the walls, the toilet facilities, how is it? Is it because somebody is in prison, he will not sleep in by the side of his excreta? No. Please, my concern as a Nigerian is that irrespective of class, we should treat ourselves very well. Our facilities should be in order. Because man needs freedom. Our leaders need freedom. The left needs freedom. Including me, I need freedom. But my freedom should be guaranteed by law. And I should be protected by the law of the land. And if there is a law that I'm taking to prison, I should have at least where to lay my head. Some people who are in detention now don't have, they sleep on that floor. What anyway? But the government will not want that to be there. Those managing the facility will not want that to be made open, which is not good. You take me to a place because I've committed crime and you want me to change. I'm a citizen of this country. That place you're taking me to should be conducive also. And there will be psychologists or therapists that will talk to my conscience. Oh, Frank, what you have done is wrong. In a way, I can change. But when you put me into serious burden, I will become hardened. We have been told that some people go to prison become more hardened. To say, I will go there. Anytime I will go there. Because that place is not giving us hope for a better nation, for a better country.
So there has to be a rehabilitation.
That is it. So when you put that name, correctional center, it shouldn't be just for name. What is on ground should be for correction. So that Frank will go in there and say, wow, what did I commit the crime? I need to change to a better citizen of this country, whereby I can also be productive. It's not death sentence, but that place will also be a place of reform. So for me, prison in Nigeria, apart from what is inside, the walls also should not be a place that should also give us a wrong information about what we do in our correction center. The walls should be checked. There should be a kind of quarterly check of the facilities. But that place is for people that you need to change their mindset. So even where they live, there should be water supply, there should be electricity supply. Sorry, it doesn't mean that because you have confined somebody to a particular place maybe for 1 year, 20 years, therefore it's nobody. We've had people jailbreak. Jailbreak is not a new thing. It's a global issue. It's a way people don't have comfort. No water, no food, nothing. People will protest. Sometimes it's not the Nigerian thing also. Like I said, it's a global issue. But facilities should be on check. Those managing facilities, because Ministry of Interior should put this in place. There should be quarterly check or not check of the facilities, both inside the interior and also what we call the exterior. Even the wall is the exterior, but people see it from outside. But the one inside, that's the interior, where those prisoners at least, I used to go to prisons sometimes to help prisoners. Sometimes they will complain You know, a lot of things go wrong. But what do? We need to reform. We need to change what we think is not in order. That's what I stand for.
Right.
So prisons should not be a place where people will now become hardened. And the facilities should also be should be modern facilities. Because reform is reform everywhere. Prisons undergo reforms. So Nigerian prisons, what they call correctional center, should also undergo reform, so that people can go in there, no matter whatever crime they have committed, they can also relax there and say, well, the day I will set free, or the day I will die. Even me living today, one day I will die. So, but the life I'm living should prove that at least I'm comfortable, whether I'm a prisoner or not.
All right. Well, that's something that we've got your thoughts on that. It needs to be looked into by the government. You know, this issue of check.
Yes, there's need for check, routine check of the facilities. But that is what also, because ordinarily.
Aside that, most of them could actually be, I don't know how to put that in the right sense, that could be an issue in the society. Imagine they've escaped and some of them can, you know, cause, you know, there's no safety to
yes. You know, some of them can escape and become threats. Some of them can escape also and go scot-free and live a better life. It's vice versa.
Yes.
But the issue is there should be a routine check on facilities of correctional center. And again, there should be proper care. Please, there should be proper care of the inmates. But a lot of things are going wrong. Government is trying, to be frank with you, government is trying, but sometimes those managing these things, I've been to prison, not as a prisoner, but somebody who went in there. I used to go. Yes.
Okay.
There is need to make that place conducive. Sometimes, you know, the human elements, managing what government is giving for the upkeep of the inmates, sometimes will behave as if they are lords. They will not do the proper thing. This government, even the Nigerian government, I will tell you, is trying, because budget is made for the upkeep of the inmates, even the facilities. But sometimes a lot of things are diverted to another place. What I will call misplacement of priority. What is meant for the people will now be taken away from to somewhere, thereby undermining the vision and the interest of government in making sure that cultural center actually is a place of reform where people will go in there and come better. But the reverse is the case.
But so that means if this case has actually occurred and there was a particular state that you were talking, I was trying to remember, should be Ogun or Osun State, that there was this barricade that most of the prisoners, you know, did and escaped from prison. I will remember the state before the end of the show actually. And then, you know, that's, imagine piercing through a hole. It's different if it's, you know, a space that's already been opened. You know, prison walls are not supposed to be easily pierced through. Yeah. And then most of those...
They use serious concrete.
Yes. So that means if this situation has really been happening and then Rainstorm destroyed the prison walls, it means there has not been consistent, thorough routine check on most of these buildings.
You know, let us also look at it this way. Prison wall, you know, in Rivers we have about 3-4 prisons or correctional centers, should be thick, not thick with just sand, concrete, that even if you throw dynamite, it's like bulletproof. That's how it should be. We've had people using a spoon to scrape the wall for escape. We've had it. You know, prisoners, some all these hard hardcore criminals can devise means to see how to escape. But when they know that they don't have hope of maybe coming out of prison, you will also devise means to see how to escape. But for me, there should be safety in the prison. There should be health center in prison. There should be proper monitoring of the prison facilities by those in charge. There are people in charge, and I believe they are doing their work. But there is need for proper monitoring, because any facility that cannot withstand rainstorm, then it's not fit for it's not good for human occupation. So I don't pray that there is need for routine check of our prison. It's not just the one that has happened where we are talking today. It should be a national issue. Check our facilities, put them in order. The ones that should the interior, there should be a kind of rehabilitation should be done. Like if you go to some prisons, you know, it's not everything that we need to say in the public. I travel and I see things. We need to do things right. Like I said, people sleep on bare floor for months. All the day. And when somebody dies, you give one excuse. We need to treat ourselves very well.
All
Sorry.
right. Well,
let's treat Nigerians very well.
Okay.